It's the power of J-Skull.
If I was your cat, I'd be running out of the room right about now, just in case.
No, she's ready. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
That looks awesome, dude. That looks amazing.
This is the foam one. I have the metal one over there, but it's really heavy.
It's really heavy. You'll have to bring it down one day. You put it up on social media. You should go check out Jason's account. It looks fantastic. I do believe it was a bit of retail therapy, and wow,
yes,
you get your money's worth. So
I did, because every time I look at that gorgeous thing hanging on my wall, I just smile.
It's amazing. It's gorgeous. I want one. I am infinitely jealous now.
Good, because next month I'm probably going to go get the Skeletor sword. It's just like that one, but it's purple.
That's amazing. You should.
Yep.
Do they connect together?
I don't know. I'm guessing.
Do they bend right at the tip of them?
I'm guessing if you have a welder, they will probably stick together. Yeah, but who would want to do that to such a beautiful sword? And besides, I think both of them together would weigh about 7,000 pounds.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm used to this little foam thing. I'm just like, yay, I'm He-Man, and I pick up that one. I'm like, oh my god.
I always remember that when I had the figures as a kid, that when you got Skeletor and you got He-Man, you could put the swords together. It was great for the first time you used it, and then right at the tip of the swords, they'd bend apart. And so,
yeah, well, that's usually what happens when two men put their swords together.
Oh, this is PG, mate. Keep it PG.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about swords. What are you talking about?
Well, no, I'm talking about figures, Jace, because that's what we're here to talk about. There's been some big news over the weekend because apparently there was a local county fair or something going on.
Toy fair in New York City, and there was some Masters of the Universe news that got me sending you images saying, look at this, what's this, it's He-Man in this box, what's this, Skeletor in this box. Yeah, so I'm
that's a lot of that.
Yes,
and you know what, let's relive that, maybe not in such musical terms, but I've got all those images and I'm like, well, you brought it up, buddy, we better tell the audience what's going on. So I'm going to start off with a big one this time, which is some familiar looking beasts, I would say.
Yes.
And that is He-Man and Skeletor getting re-released with the original articulation points. Is that correct?
Yeah, basically, aside from going to eBay and buying one from 1983, this is the closest you're going to get to having a original Masters of the Universe figure, because the Origins figures, they actually have more points of articulation than the old figures do. These are kind of downgraded a bit for vintage sake, for nostalgia sake, and there you go. That is OG Skeletor and He-Man.
Wonder if their legs are still held together with the black stretchy rubber that degrades after about 3 years of leaving them in the outside bucket.
Yep. It's the Masters of the Universe Origins 2-pack featuring Skeletor and He-Man. Celebrating the 45th anniversary of Masters of the Universe. The figures are designed at a 5.5-inch scale with 6 points of articulations. The fun-filled twist and punch movements. You remember those where you twist them and they go, yeah, they've got that back. That's what I missed about Fisto and Jitsu. Cheap.
Yes.
Skeletor comes with sword, havoc staff, and removable chest and skirt armor. Giggity, giggity. And He-Man has a power sword, shield, and axe. Removable signature chest harness, and roto molded heads. I have no idea what that means. Suggested retail price $44.99. I'm pretty sure that's on the high end, because I can't imagine
looking at
this
high. Though, I'm looking at Skeletor going, kind of looks in good mood, doesn't he?
He really does. I love being evil.
He seems pretty happy. All right, let's move it on. I don't have these pictures all in a proper order, Jay, so if we're jumping around, I do apologize.
That's okay.
But I did want to have a look
jump around
at this one here, which is a bit of a shift to what we were just talking about, but a new She-Ra figure coming out from New Etheria.
Yes, so there are currently 2 lines of Masters of the Universe figures. There is the Origins line, which is like the 5.5-inch figures, and then they have taller figures called Masterverse. Yeah. And the Masterverse figures are a little bit more detailed.
I've got a couple of them.
Yeah, they're kind of like adult figures are figures for adults.
I love their
adults
Beast Man. I love the
Oh,
Beast Man from that.
is fantastic. But they also have a line called a Masterverse line called New Eternia, where they basically reimagine the characters, and now it looks like they're going to start doing New Etheria, which is going to reimagine She-Ra and all of her allies. And I'm really looking forward to that because I gotta admit, I like this. I like the Norse She-Ra. I think she looks really, really good.
She did not skip leg day.
No, she did not.
No, they are some muscly looking
You
legs.
need some muscles to lift one of those power swords and hold them because they is heavy.
Yeah. No, I don't know if I like the redesign of the sword because I'm a purist. But
No, I don't like the
everything
redesign
else-
of the sword either. That's something that you just don't touch.
Yep, definitely. All right, so let's have a look at this next image here too. Now, there are a few of these images
my.
from this series.
Oh my. Who does not love Terror Claw's Skeletor?
That
I'm going to come tickle you, He-Man.
look, it's a
that's
nice
why
design.
Skeletor has a restraining order against him.
Yeah, but they're really digging deep now, aren't they? We're getting these
Oh,
figures.
But I like, again, this is New Eternia, so they're taking these kind of goofy figures from the 80s and they're reimagining them. I mean, that looks like Skeletor meets Freddy Krueger. That's She-Ra again.
From the same line, as you could see. Sorry,
Yes.
because you can see Terry behind.
Oh yeah, he's back there.
Yeah.
Again, I wonder if she's ticklish.
So let's have a look at another one.
Okay.
What do we got here?
Snake Face. I think that's Snake Face. Yeah, that's going to be from the cartoon collection, because the cartoon collections always have that very specialized prop with them. I'm looking through the
next. Oh, we just lost your camera there, Jace. That's okay.
BattleCat jumped up on my desk and disconnected something. So can you still hear me?
Yes, we're all good.
Okay.
Now,
all right.
Now let's have a look at the next one, because the next two figures, which are based off of this line as well, I was pretty darn happy at.
Oh, cartoon Grizzlor.
Looks good, right?
He looks
I think
great.
they did a great job of Grizzlor. I thought really good.
I was never a fan of the way that Grizzlor looked on TV in the cartoon, because I like big poofy Grizzlor. I was like, that's what makes him fun, is because he's poofy and he's got all that hair on him.
This is better. I'm sorry.
This looks good. I like this.
Right.
Even though he looks like he's an extra on Planet of the Apes.
Only to be topped, mind you, in the She-Ra universe by
Bo. Looking good, too. I always thought he had a goofy costume, but you know what?
Kind of works there, doesn't it?
If I had abs like that, I'd be showing them off, too. Easily.
Yeah, I mean, it's the fashion of the world he lives in, you know?
Absolutely.
Everyone, that's how they identify themselves. They've got to be completely on nose with their personality. So he's got
every time he does a setup, he's stabbing himself in the crotch with that chest piece.
Yeah, mind you, nothing beats Bo from the remake She-Ra Princess of Power 2000.
Yeah, I'm just gonna spoil it. No Princesses of Power action figures this time around. I know we keep waiting. It's a rights issue. It's a rights issue. I wish that we could have them. We can't. Just keep your fingers crossed. Maybe sometime in the future something will work out.
Now, with these 25 or so photos you sent, Jace, this next image is probably one of my favorites out of it.
Uncle
great
Osborne.
is that?
Uncle Osborne. Yes, the cartoon version of the Filmation version of Orko that you can put a beard on and he becomes Uncle Osborne.
Amazing, right?
Yes.
Very smart marketing, because you're going to buy two now, don't you?
Absolutely. I just want to know, where's the Driel action figure? I want to know where she's at.
All right. Now, we're going to move away from the figures and have a look at some of the play sets. And there's one particular big play set that looks like it's been re-released. Look at that.
It is. Yes, I have the classic Fright Zone, and it is one of my favorite pieces.
I've never seen that lizard before, though. Separately.
I got it. I gotta admit, they have made some choices with this Fright Zone that I am not a huge fan of. And one of them is the lizard, because the old Fright Zone had the puppet. Remember, you put the puppet, the the mouth would come out and grab a figure and take him in. Well, they've
Yep.
replaced it with this lizard, and I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. That was the best part of the Fright Zone was the puppet.
Well,
Replace it
yeah,
with a cloth puppet. That's fine. Make it a cloth puppet so that it won't decay
yeah,
like the other ones did. But man, I really miss that puppet.
yeah. It's definitely a shift, isn't it? It's looks smaller. Is it smaller or is it just?
It looks approximately the same size now. I will say
Uh,
the improvement is in the back because the old Fright Zone did not have anything in the back. This one has some stuff in the back, and I'm interested. It looks kind of oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It looks kind of bare bones, but
it
it's
does.
more bones than the original did. So that's an improvement, and I like how they've incorporated a throne into that tree.
Yes.
I
Good.
just
Good
think
pickup.
that's pretty swift. So, you
Yeah.
know what? I may get
Yeah.
this one. Maybe. I don't know. The only thing is I really hate the face on the tree. I really hate it. Come, Dorothy. Don't you
Yeah.
know you're
Look,
supposed to go down the yellow brick road that way?
I get the feeling it's gonna be a love-hate thing. You're gonna love to buy it, but you're gonna hate having it.
Nah, if I get it, I'm gonna
I
love
don't
it. You know
mind the
what?
little
At
scary
least it's
face on the
better than
tree as well.
the snake layer that Mattel put out. And oh no no no! You've already knocked my camera off once. It's better than the snake layer that Mattel debuted and then had to pull because the fans were like, "This looks like crap."
All right, let's go back to some figures, and I'm hoping I bunched all these together because what I'm going to be talking about is rather huge, and that would be.
Oh my gosh.
I've just dropped the big one here.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Mm-hmm.
explain, Jason, what I'm
Okay,
saying.
so we all know Turtles of Grayskull. The Masters of the Universe crossed over with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Big
and
hit too. It was.
we had these hybrid characters.
Um,
Some of them I liked, some of them I was not crazy about. I'm going to be completely honest. I want that merman figure though. I've never found it. I thought I had it on order, but then my order got canceled and I was never able to find it again. Now, this is the next big crossover is ThunderCats. Now, aside from Masters of the Universe, I was all about ThunderCats in the 1980s. I had very few ThunderCats characters,
mm.
and now they're coming to Masters of the Universe. And this one in particular excites me because this is one I'm probably going to have to double dip on because they've taken some criticism from the Turtles of Grayskull line where people were like, these are okay, but I wish that we could, put them to how they, I wish we could turn, Leo at arms into just like Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And so a lot of these accessories and heads are swapped out so that you can turn them into classic Lion-O from
Well,
ThunderCats.
and I
Yeah.
think there is an image of that. I'm just hoping I've got it here handy.
I'm sure StreamYard's
No,
will, but
I
that's
don't. But
yeah, that's Tigra.
we'll get
But
back to that.
Tigra
But
was
that's
cool too.
this in the best way possible does feel like there's peanut butter in my chocolate. There's chocolate in my peanut butter because I do think Thundercats and He-Man kind of go well together
I
in a way.
agree. As a kid, I
Like,
always wondered why they never crossed over. I didn't know that they were with two different companies, but yeah,
yeah.
I thought that they would cross over one day. But this figure, either this figure or the next figure, is a figure I'm going to double dip because
Oh,
look at him. Look at him. That's the
okay.
closest we've gotten to the Revolution He-Man right there. I
Exactly.
want them.
And
And he's
believe
holding
it
the
or not,
Sword of
this
Omens. Look at that.
is in the same display case as the other stuff that we're looking at. So
Yes.
yeah, but he looks amazing. That's well, is that from the 2002 series? Don't they go back?
I think they've based it on the Revolution He-Man, the way he
Oh, okay.
appears at the end of that.
Oh yeah,
Incidentally,
yeah.
Mattel, where's that figure?
Yeah.
Where
There is
is
that figure.
where's King He-Man and Power Sorceress? I want them. I would
It's
get
been
them
out a
right now
while
if you had
now.
them.
Yeah. Bring it up. Let's move on. Oh, there's another picture of him there. Oh, and you
So
can
let's
see
see.
you can put his chest plate, his classic chest plate on if you want to.
Oh yeah.
Let's move down. Oh,
Panthro. Look at him.
like gotta admit, Panthro looks pretty dope, and his accessory there looks fantastic.
I love the mace.
Yeah,
The mace looks
yeah, it's a
really
nice
awesome.
touch.
This is one of those
Actually,
things where I am going to be beside myself wondering, do I want classic Panthro or do I want Panthro with the freaking mace? Because that looks
yeah,
really good.
might have to buy 2 of these as well.
I might. I don't
Only way to solve it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
yes!
okay. I don't know why this, because whenever I heard they were doing Masters of the Universe mashed up with ThunderCats,
Yeah.
I had everything going through my head, but for some reason this never occurred to me.
Yeah, the most obvious thing.
The most obvious one,
Yeah.
Battle Cat as a ThunderCat. Thunder Battle Cat, Battle ThunderCat, I don't know.
Perfect.
I want 10 of them. They look
Yeah.
great. I just love it so much.
Well, I would have loved to have seen an animated episode around that. Like, 'cause it looks so good.
I love how they have taken the helmet and even the claws from the Netflix reboot
Yeah.
and just put them all into this figure. And it looks so darn good.
And not out of place either.
No, he looks great. He looks awesome.
Like,
How do you think Battle Cat would feel about this though? What have you done to me? Oh, I look disgusting.
It's like in some
What's a furry and why won't they leave me alone?
Let's move it on. Well, we saw bad, but here we go. Excuse me. I was coughing at the delight of this.
I just want to slap his face. I don't know what something about that face just makes me want to slap him.
You remind me of Carrot Top. You know that comedy guy?
Shut up. Oh no, you've ruined it. You've ruined it. He's Carrot Top. Tigra was my favorite. He's Carrot Top.
Looks like it. Definitely got the Carrot Top facelift. Oh, I'm gonna move on. Here we go. Hey, I like this very much too.
Oh yeah, yeah. But
this is very well done.
Take a look down there. You see the hair? You've got the original Chitara hair. So if you don't like the tiara, you can just swap that out, and you've got
old
Chitara back.
I want old Chitara back. I gotta say,
I know.
Is magnificent.
Pretty. She was so pretty.
Yeah.
All the ThunderCats were pretty in very disturbing ways.
She looks great there too.
ThunderCats awakened all kinds of feelings.
One more look at Battle Cat.
Speaking of awaking feelings, my goodness.
It's amazing.
What is Rule 34?
It is a rather large loincloth, hey. I like how all the loincloths are really big now, which kind of say, hey, in our universe,
it's all natural there. There's no steroids. There's no shrinkage.
Here's a lot of steroids, I think, in a different way. Yay! Of course, this was going to be notable. Are you happy with the result that they matched their 2 villains?
I am happy with this result, and this is probably a figure I'm going to have to buy twice.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what they're going to call it. Skull Raw? I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah, I like that, but I also like the classic Mum Ra as well. So
yes,
man, this is going to be this line is going to be really tough on old Jason's bank account. Let me tell you.
Well, I gotta say, it's no disrespect to the Ninja Turtles line, which was quite successful for them.
Mm-hmm.
This poops all over that.
Oh, this is right up my alley. Like I said, ThunderCats was my close second to Masters of the Universe. And I'm just looking forward to this so much. Oh my gosh, look at the bandages.
Look at the
bandages. Oh, they look so good.
the bandages and the whole head's there. It's amazing.
Yeah, love it. I love it so much.
And to finish it off, Jace, because that was all the picks we had, there is one more pick that I want to show you.
I like this. You've gone away. I like this. Oh,
there we go.
Yes.
There we go.
A brand new version of Hordak with wings. And I like this because it harkens back once again to the Netflix Hordak that appeared all too briefly at the very end of the show, voiced by the late great Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
And so I like to think that this is the Kevin Conroy Hordak right here.
Well, I think the design is fantastic.
I am Hordak.
I want that for sure. That, the Orko, and the Battle Cat, I think are the 3 things that if I could click my fingers to have right now, I'd have. I know you want them all, but I think that design is like just perfection.
Yeah, with the Turtles of Grayskull, some figures were like, I'll take them or leave them. I don't, I like this one, but I don't really like this one. I want Bebop and Rocksteady is too bad. That looks really good, but like Michelangelo as Man at Arms, nah, it's all right. Every single figure that I've seen so far from the Masters of the Universe ThunderCats mashup, I want. And I mean, I have a deep want. I want them really badly, and I'm looking forward to the next line that comes out, because I'm just like, what are, I know in my heart of hearts we're gonna get Snarfo. Snarfo has got to be coming.
Got to be.
Yeah.
Who do they merge that with? Do we get Orko and Snarfo?
That's what I'm saying. Snarfo.
Oh,
Snarfo, yes.
Yes.
And you know what? Before anybody types that comment, I know you're waiting to type. Snarf was a treasure, and you didn't deserve Snarf. If you want to direct your hate at anything, direct your hate at Snarfer. Yeah, Snarfer sucked.
Hey, Snarf was I Am Grooting it way before I Am Groot.
Yeah.
So there you go. If that made any sense. Well, that was it. That was a lot of fun, Jace.
Yeah.
You've got to be happy. We live in a world where the Master Universe toy lines are in such a healthy place. We're getting really creative adaptations of our characters. It's fantastic. It's an awesome time to be a collector.
Yes. So and I just have to say this one thing to the haters out there that are listening. This line will be over by 2020. This line will be over by 2020. It's not going to last past 2020. Here we are in 2025 going into 2026. And you know what? It's still going. Ah!
Well, you know that they'd be working on, they've already got the molds, and you know there's going to be a toy line from the film as well.
Oh, there better be.
Oh, yes.
And I
cannot wait. Unless I hate everything.
I want an Idris Elba Man at Arms. I don't care if the movie sucks or not. I just want to see Man at Arms.
I just want an Idris Elba. I'm just happy with an Idris Elba. All right. On that note, that was a lot of fun. We'll be back next time soon with some more Power of J School news and reviews on some of the greatest and not so greatest episodes in the Master Universe realm. If you would like to support us, Jason's going to tell you how we do it.
Well, first of all, fine citizen, all you have to do is go down to the video description below. You have the power to support us on Patreon, or you can become a channel member right here on our main page for as little as $5 a month. But you can donate more if you wish, and it would make you a good person if you did.
Fantastic. Well, Jace, that's the end of the show, so let them have it.
You have been watching The Power of J-Skull. I have the power, and I have cut my hand. I need a doctor. Ow!
Dude, that's a lot of blood.